New photos show a semi turned on its side in Sikeston. This is near the JCPenney's. Sikeston DPS hasn't said if there were any injuries or if this was weather related. We are told that no roads are blocked because of this crash. Stay with us as we work to get more information there. Good evening. Strong storms are bombarding the heartland. Thousands in the viewing area are without power tonight. The worst outages are in Union County, where more than 4,000 people are in the dark. So far, there's no reports of major damages other than some downed trees and signs. Brian McCormick is here tracking the storm in your first alert forecast.
Yeah, good evening, Molly. It is now 10 o'clock, so that means the majority of the tornado watch has expired. You can see no more yellow box for most of the heartland. The exception will be Randolph County and Washington County, Illinois. They're still under the gun for potential tornadoes, but right now we are seeing just some heavy rain inundate the heartland. We've seen it easily at 5 inches of rain over the past month in Cape Girardeau, and it continues to fall all across the heartland. We're zoomed in now in southern Illinois. Here's Franklin, Jefferson into Perry County, back to Randolph County. Some widespread heavy rain from DuQuoin, Ava, Sand Ridge, Carbondale. Some intense thunderstorm near Mount Vernon in Jefferson County. A few flashes of lightning with some very strong wind. That's going to continue moving off to the north and east. A little bit farther to the south in the Missouri Boot Heel for New Madrid County, northward through Scott and back toward Stoddard County, Dexter, Sikeston, New Madrid, Malden, getting some steady rain, even some very heavy thunderstorm activity, some strong wind on the leading edge, and that's approaching Charleston in Mississippi County. Cape on the west side of town, you're getting some heavy rain, and that's going to continue to push downtown. Chances are we'll probably hear some thunder here in the studio here very shortly. Some Gordonville down to Chaffee, some heavy rain as well. Marble Hill getting some light rain. That's going to be tapering off. That's already the case in Poplar Bluff, Van Buren, back to Donovan. But we will continue to see those rain chances through the overnight. A look ahead with your evening forecast. Rain chances likely and scattered by your early morning hours. Temperatures falling through the low 70s and even into the upper 60s. A persistent south breeze at 15 to 20 miles an hour will prevent the fog developing, but it will hold our temperatures rather steady. And continued chance of rain through your Memorial Day. I'll have those details coming up.
We're following breaking news tonight. One person's been arrested in connection to the shooting death of Brenda Smith. You may remember she was shot in the head Monday while working at a convenience store in Parma. A co-worker says the suspect ran off when she told him she could not open the safe. New Madrid County Sheriff Terry Stevens says a black male was arrested in connection to her death today. He was taken into custody in the St. Louis area around 5 in the afternoon. Authorities are bringing him back to New Madrid County, where he will face formal charges. Sheriff Stevens says they aren't looking for any more suspects in the case. Record rainfall is wreaking havoc in the Midwest and Plains this holiday weekend. Daring rescues have been the norm throughout the region, and at least 2 people have died. Hannah Daniels has the latest.
An EF1 tornado with wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour destroyed this apartment complex in Houston, ripping off the roof, toppling trees, and leaving a path of destruction behind. Near San Marcos, Texas, a Black Hawk helicopter swooped in to rescue 2 men trapped by the rising river, including Hannah Pullen's father.
I kept calling him over and over, and I was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he was like, "I don't know if I'm gonna make it."
A mandatory evacuation remains in place for hundreds of people in central Texas. Fast-moving floodwaters consumed homes, turning roads into rivers.
I'm looking for my mother. She's 91 years old.
Parts of Oklahoma City are submerged under floodwaters after the wettest May on record. The fire department has responded to almost 70 rescues since Saturday. In Claremore, Oklahoma, a firefighter's body was recovered after being swept away during a high water rescue.
Got caught in the storm drain itself.
This family, including their 2 dogs, were rescued by boat in the middle of the night.
Good boy.
Forecasters expect another round of heavy rain Monday with more threats of flash flooding. In New York, Hannah Daniels for CBS News.
Funeral services have been planned for longtime West Frankfort officer Jeffrey Reid. The 53-year-old was killed in a motorcycle accident Friday night while he was off duty. According to Parker Reedy Funeral Home, Officer Reid later died in a St. Louis hospital. Police tell us he was an 18-year veteran of the force. Visitation will be held at the First Baptist Church in West Frankfort this Tuesday from 3 to 8 p.m. Funeral services are planned for Wednesday at 11, with the burial to follow at Tower Heights Cemetery. Memorial Day weekend turned tragic for one family in Trigg County, Kentucky, when a father and son drowned in Lake Barkley. It happened Saturday afternoon in an area of the lake known as the Devil's Elbow, according to Kentucky Fish and Wildlife. 52-year-old Michael Bussell jumped in the water to save his 13-year-old son, Nadarian, who was in danger of drowning. Nearby boaters heard a commotion and paddled to help, but it was too late. We're told that family is from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. A man wanted in southern Illinois is now behind bars in Tennessee. William Skelton was arrested this morning in Hardin County. Police say an intense manhunt unfolded after he ran from officers during a traffic stop. The search included canines, helicopters, and multiple agencies. Skelton was eventually caught in a nearby wooded area. He was wanted for an armed robbery in Williamson County earlier this month. The cost to fill your shopping cart is on the rise because of a disease killing millions of chickens in the U.S. Giacomo Luca has more on that tonight.
It's forced the slaughter of nearly 40 million chickens in the past month, and the bird flu running rampant across U.S. poultry farms is also causing a surge in prices at the groceries.
The average cost for a carton of eggs is now at $2.32 a carton here in the Midwest, and analysts say that's expected to rise.
But analysts say it won't stop at the carton. Foods that use eggs like ice cream, mayonnaise, and breads have already climbed to record high prices.
It's going to mean a lot. I mean, we've got diapers, we've got wipes, we've got all of the essentials that we have to buy, and then adding food prices to it just makes it even harder.
And for mothers like Dakota Gerald, keeping food on the table is hard enough as it is.
That's how much I pay for milk. I can't imagine paying the same price for eggs as I do milk, and we go through both of those very often.
21 million egg-laying hens have been killed in Iowa alone, where 1 in 5 Americans get their eggs. And until researchers can find a long-term solution to the disease carried from overhead birds, prices, at least for the short term, are expected to continue to rise. Live, local, late-breaking, Giacomo Luca, Heartland News.
Thank you, Giacomo. Well, heavy rains canceled Heron Festa Italiana tonight. REO Speedwagon took the stage early, but still had to shut things down around 9:30. Fans were sent home soaking wet. Our Loretto Cruz was there. He also had to go home. There's no word yet on if the concert will continue tomorrow. Meanwhile, the 100-mile yard sale wraps up tomorrow on Memorial Day. The annual event kicked off Thursday along Highway 25 in Missouri. Vendors line the highway with just about everything you could imagine. It stretches all the way from Jackson to Kennett. The Missouri Highway Patrol and local police departments are stepping up patrol with all the extra drivers in that area. But again, rain is expected in some of these areas, so be safe while on the road and out walking around.